The press is Jimmy Olsen. The dumpster fire that is 2020 cruising continues to rage on. This is the second time today I'm recording this video. More cancellations. On today's episode of the Lido Loca Cruise Show. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for being here. If you like the cruise updates, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. Well, there's nothing to do. I'm not even going to turn on the blue lights. There's nothing to do but straight rip the Band-Aid off. Word is coming out that the Cruise Line International Association, CLIA, they have decided to cancel cruising in the United States until the end of October. Why not just go for the whole year? That's my question. Until the end of October. We started to get information this morning from Royal Caribbean Carnival Cruise Lines and now CLIA that cruising will not start in October as previously described, but it will continue to be shut down until the end of October. Personally, this bums me out. It wipes out a cruise that we've been working on for 2 years. We were looking forward to hanging out with a lot of people from the cruising community, and we put a lot of time and effort into a cruise that is now canceled. The timing is good, though. We've been waiting till the last minute to pay off our cruise. We did not want to invest money that would be a struggle to get back from the cruise line, and so at least we don't have to make the final payment on that cruise that was due on August the 10th. I guess if I can silver lining it, that could be it. Why is CLIA making this announcement at this time and this week? It could have something to do with some of the negative stories that are coming out of Europe. We've got at least 3 cruise ships over there, possibly 4 that have restarted and then been hit with the virus. And me personally, I was holding out for that little cruise line that little tiny boat up there in Alaska, uncruised, making their way from Juneau around some remote parts of Alaska. Well, the news is out today that they are returning back to Juneau midway through the cruise because they have COVID on board. This COVID is a pain in the tuchus. It is undiscriminate how it jumps from person to person, and it's proving once again that anytime you get people close enough together, the COVID's gonna run wild. So in addition to the cancellation, I want to talk about one other thing. I put a couple polls up, one in the Lido Loca cruising community, one in the YouTube community. Get down there and vote. There's been a lot of comments, a lot of conversation around what if the cruise lines go bankrupt? Will they keep your deposits? Will they keep your funds? Is that something to worry about? Certainly, it is something to worry about. Remember, these are not United States regulated companies. If they file for bankruptcy or whatever it's called in their home country, it's going to be somewhere else. It's going to be wherever they're incorporated. And so who knows what the laws are, but there could be circumstances, at least the way it works in the United States, there could be a circumstance where a company files for bankruptcy and they do not actually close their doors. They just reorganize their debt. They reorganize their commitment to their creditors. And so it's speculated that in a scenario like that a company could reorganize its debt and keep all of the money that's already been paid by cruise passengers. It could keep deposits. It could keep future cruise credits. It could keep cruises that are already paid off. I don't know. I don't know exactly how true that is, but that is something that is speculated. So here's my thesis, though. This is my thesis based on my knowledge of consumerism and based on my experience with strategic leadership. This is just my thesis. My thesis is that a company that is based on consumer trust, a company that is based on getting returning customers to spend again and again, they're not going to do something that puts those customers in a distrustful position. And I tell you what, if you take my deposit money, if you take the money I already paid for a cruise, if you take my future cruise credit and make it vanish like David Copperfield did the Statue of Liberty, I will never be your customer again. And I don't think that I'm alone in that. So answer the polls on Facebook, answer the polls in the YouTube community. We'll talk about the results of those polls in a future show. But I think most people are not going to be loyal to a company that takes their money. I think the cruise lines know that. And so any kind of debt restructuring, I do not think it's going to mean that cruise money is going to disappear. I could be naive in that. They could be out there trying to wreck their business by disenfranchising a ton of customers, but I just don't think that's the way it's going to work. I would love to hear your comment on that in the polls or in the comments below. It's frustrating. A lot of people, they say, why do you even care about cruising? Why do you even care about these leisure activities? I hope people are in tune enough to realize that it's not that people love cruising, it's just people love normalcy. Are you a sports fan? You want to see your sports get back to normal. Are you a movie fan? You want to see new movies being made. You want to be able to watch them in a theater. Are you somebody that likes to go to the International Kite Flying Association convention that happens in Central Park every year? I don't know if that's a thing, but I could imagine that that's a thing. You just want to be able to go fly a kite with your friend group or whatever tribe that you're in. And cruising's no different. We're a bunch of people that like to go cruising, and we want some sort of normalcy. Nobody's wanting anybody to be sick. So if you're out there and you continue to perpetuate that negativity against cruising, why don't you add something positive to the conversation? Is there anything good going on in your life? Put a positive comment down there. Tell me about puppies. I don't know. We might as well keep the controversy going. A lot of people are saying no cruising until there is a vaccine. I don't think everybody's going to take the vaccine. I think that's going to be a whole nother debate out there, but I'd be interested in hearing your opinion on that also. Should cruising just stop until there is a viable vaccine? Or are we in a world now where we have to learn to live with the risk of this virus? People have to understand their risk profile. They have to stay away from places where they could get it if there's somebody that's susceptible to getting sick. Should we just let the people that aren't really going to get sick statistically from this thing just go out and frolic in the virus? Or should we just continue what we're doing and waiting until there's some sort of viable treatment, some sort of vaccine? Let's have that conversation in the comments also. No cruising from the United States until sometime, but not in October. Each of the cruise lines will have their own announcement. Royal Caribbean, for example, they're not going to have any transatlantic cruises in 2020. They've canceled their 2020 Europe season. They're delaying their China season till September the 13th. So each of the cruise lines, they have their own specific amount of information. I'll try to give that to you in a future video, but I did just want to jump out here and let you know that cruising is a no-go for October, and super disappointed. Anybody that was going with us in October on the Carnival Breeze, man, I was looking forward to meeting you, and we'll have to do it in different times. Again, thanks for stopping by, watching the show. I hope you found some value from it. Please show support by hitting the like button. Consider subscribing. I'm Tony for Lido Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido.